Good afternoon, small business owners. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to talk really slow so we can give a few people a second to join. We are following up with our series for some added value tips for small business owners. Today, we are going to actually talk about how to identify the right web platform for your business. You may already currently have a website and you're wondering if it's the right platform. You may not have a website and you are a startup and currently evaluating what platform you should be on, for example, WordPress or Shopify, which one is right for me. So I'm going to walk through at least 3 things. There will probably be more nuggets than that, but at least 3 things that can help you identify which website platform is actually best for you. So first, what we want to look at is, do you currently have a central message that your customers understand? That is really important because in order to identify the best website platform, you really need to make sure that you have a clear message and a clear ask of what you're asking your customers to do. For example, if you are a clothing boutique, then you know that your ask is for shoppers to buy. So that is going to take you in a direction towards e-commerce. You are going to need a foundational site that can offer scalability to an e-commerce type of platform to grow your business online. You may not be ready to sell online today, but you need a platform that gives you the opportunity to scale your business. The second is, what type of results do you expect online? Do you need to advertise using digital marketing strategies online to grow your business? Are you a national company? Are you going to be dependent on local search engine optimization and word of mouth marketing? If you are national in your opportunity and potential, then you need to look at a sophisticated web platform such as WordPress or Shopify. There are differences between those 2 platforms. You can actually reach out to us and we can provide you with comparison data based on our actual client testimonials that will give you insight into the differences between what those 2 platforms offer. One is purely e-commerce and one is actually a hosting platform that offers e-commerce plugins. And so we can help walk you through that. So understanding what results that you expect is the second thing that you need to think about when identifying what the right web platform is for you. The third thing is, and this may speak to people that currently have a site online, but you're not getting the results that you want. How scannable is your site? 90% of people get more than 72% of their information off their phone. And this is also something I referenced last week in the live video feed about the importance of understanding your traffic and analytics. Your Google Analytics ID and account is free to you if you have a current website. You need to sign up for analytics and you need to take a look at your traffic. Sorry, we got a phone call coming in. So we want to make sure that your site is super scannable. What that means is that within 3 seconds, once they land on your front page or index page, in old school terms, we call it your home page, within 3 seconds, they can either click to call or they click to find out more information, and they know how to do that super easy without really going anywhere. So making sure that it is super scannable. If you are not sure how well your website performs based on consumer behavior and consumer perspective, we can do a super quick usability audit for you and get those questions answered. And we are happy to do that for you at no cost. The third thing, or I think we're on number 3, what kind of functional support do you need and what types of features do you need on your website? So identifying local, regional, national potential is key. That should be your first step. You should know that based on your business plan. And what types of training and features and functionality do you need, including a sales funnel, a lead generation funnel? What are the types of things that you're going to need and utilize to build your audience? You have a current email database that you need to integrate and import those types of that type of information is going to be useful in determining which platforms are going to allow you to integrate and import that information. Are you going to be doing coupon marketing or influencer marketing? If you haven't thought about those things, they're definitely things you need to think about, and you need to get some consultants to properly guide you as you identify what your coupon strategies and your influencer marketing strategy is going to be, because that will greatly influence the type of platform that you need to be on. The fourth thing is you need to make sure your online platform mirrors your brand strategy that hopefully you've already developed. If you need help with branding strategy, please reach out to us. We can help you with that. That's the first step in solid foundational marketing. We teach a 5-step marketing formula. And the first step is establishing your story and a solid brand strategy. So identifying first, do you have that? If the answer is no, you need to go back to step 1 and establish a brand strategy and get some help with that. If you have a solid brand and vision for your company, and you know your message is clear and your ask is nailed down, then from there, you're going to use a situational analysis of what your customers want and what they're looking for and the problems that you're trying to solve to determine what the content marketing needs to look like on your site. This is going to help you identify a number of pages. What does the content look like? Websites don't function in a purpose like they did 5 years ago, where people go to your website for credibility, to read content. We're not doing that anymore. The purpose of your website now is the foundation that speaks to your social media and gives your social media something to speak back to. It's kind of like where your brand strategy lives online and how people can access and reach out to you or your business. So also, it needs to message clearly the external problems that you're answering from a consumer behavior standpoint, meaning that you're already answering for them. This is the problem that we solve for you, and this is why you need to reach out. Some people call that a hook. Everybody needs to know what their strategy is for offering value to customers and using that to build their audience. And then once you've established that, you need to have a hook. It could be an ebook. It could be a coupon promotion. It could be a buy one, get one offer. It just depends on what you're trying to achieve. So that all needs to be established. You need to have a good, solid content marketing strategy so that you can identify which web platform is going to be a great fit for you. If you are very content heavy and writing heavy and authorship heavy, you probably want to lean towards something like Squarespace or Blogspot. You may just need a blogging platform. You may not need a fully functional website. So I would steer away from things like WordPress, or you definitely don't need Shopify unless you're planning on selling books and materials and training and curriculum. And then one of the last things I will share, so step 4 would be customizing content for your audience. You need to identify what the content needs are going to be. And you're going to identify this by knowing where your customers spend their time. So this information is going to be driven from what you find in your analytics. So Google provides you something called affinity categories. This is where you can find out anybody that's trafficked to and through your website, where they spend their time. So those affinity categories could be home and garden. They could be landscaping. They could be shopping. It could be specific platforms they spend their time on, like YouTube and eBay. And Google provides you that information about your consumers at no cost to you. You can see where they go. That's where you want to connect and reach your customers. So knowing that is going to help influence, well, what type of web platform would work really well for me to target those particular affinity categories. So from there, you would use that information to identify best practices for mobile design, because that is where most consumers are getting their information, most consumers are shopping, and that's where you want to be most accessible. In less than 2 years, we will be fully transitioned to mobile. Also, you want to identify platforms that are going to help you make decisions on the type of data entry and content development needs that you're going to have for your business.